Hello everybody and welcome to another video. Thank you for tuning in. Yes, I've just got back from running and we're going to sit down now and go through some of your questions that you've left and answer those in a Q&A video. First one I'm doing on the channel, kind of full on, and I'm really happy and excited about it. And if you've got any questions, obviously you can always ask them and I'll try and do my best to get back to them. But also, most importantly as well, we will be giving away one of these brand new Suunto 7 watches. Not these ones, these are mine, but you will get one of your own, whoever is the lucky person. And exciting news I've got for you. You will get to pick the color of the watch. You don't have to have that black one, which I showed previously. You get to choose the color. So we'll get into that bit in a little bit. Let's answer some of your questions. We've got some other exciting pieces of news which do concern kind of what we've just been talking about. So stay tuned for that as well, you'll want to be. So Running on Ripple asks, hey Mark, I'm a beginner runner and was wondering what recommendations for increasing weekly mileage distance. Did you adhere to conventional 10 to 15% per week? Yes, 10% increases. It might not sound like a lot sometimes when you're like increasing from 10 kilometers to 11 kilometers per week or something like that. It might sound a little bit, if you're minimal, but it really depends where you're coming from. If you last season were doing larger volumes, then I'm not going to say start at the beginning doing 10 kilometers, 11 kilometers, 11.1 kilometers, or whatever it is, the incremental gain. But use a little bit of common sense and just take it slowly and don't do too big of a gap. Even if you're used to it, don't go from doing 50 kilometers to 150 kilometers. Camille asked, sorry with some of these surnames, I might not be able to pronounce. Should we give it a go? Camille Slulczyewski says, great job Mark. Is it possible to visit Suunto HQ and see how the watches are made? And if I may put a second question, no, of course. So let me answer the first question. I don't think it is actually possible. Second question from Camille was, what was the funniest situation that occurred during the tests? Well, actually quite a funny one. Once I decided to go for a run and then go into Avanto, which is an ice hole, and I was wearing the watch on my ankle rather than my wrists just to test it out. Carlina 007 asks, sounds like a great organization to work for. Yeah, as for a question, when are you joining us at Tokoinranta Park Run? That's the park run in Helsinki. They've been missing us there. Yeah, so we used to do that last year quite a lot. This year I've been a little bit focused on my training and trying to, obviously weekend I've got specific sessions and stuff. But Carlina will be back soon. I'll come and do a 5K just so I can see you. Lottie Cooper asks, how did you get into trail running and ultra running? Look, that's a good question. I just love endurance sports. I love being outdoors in nature. I used to be an avid road cyclist, and sharing the road with a car, and it comes with its own dangers, and I kind of just learned that, hey, look, I enjoy walking in a forest, why not run in a forest, and kind of went from there. Just driving without the vowels has asked, my editing is getting better. Great, thanks a lot for that. And question, really struggling with this, but how often, how long, and what types of stretches do you do? I've got quite a few videos of different exercises and outside of running that I do. Stretching, I did do one quite a while ago. Maybe that's something I can do to do there, but I'm experimenting a little bit now with doing a little bit less, but that doesn't mean I'm just being sedentary after. I'm doing active recovery in the sense of going for a walk, standing and do the dishes, standing and walking around and doing those things, but also doing a few little light stretches. And yeah, I'll do a video, let's do that as well. Bernard A asks, does Suunto need any trail running software engineers in the team? Hey, we're always on the lookout. Go to the website, suunto.com/careers. Ringperm asks, I guess my question for the Q&A is about your wife. So my question is, does the love of your life share your love for running? Yes, she does. She loves to run as well. She loves being outdoors, fresh air, and pushing herself beyond her limits as she knows. Maybe it's, mutual. We both kind of pushed each other on in different aspects, and we've arrived at this destination that continues to go. There's never an end point. I should say. And you can go back and look at some videos, as Matt has commented below, that we have done a lot of running together, and she has a little cameo role in some of the videos. Robin Simon Ocean Skies, interesting name, asks, what is the greatest thing about working for Suunto? Being able to go running whilst working. That's a pretty cool thing to say to people. What is your running journey and how did you get there? From Shanini. Well, I've been very heavily into sports all my life. I just love doing it, and actually I've got a video. I've got a video explaining everything, but real quickly, I wanted to impress girls, so I started running. Premier S3. I've been out of running watch for a loop for a while. How is the S7 different from the Suunto 9? Suunto 7 is a smartwatch with outdoors capabilities, so it's, you know, sports and life combined. Suunto 9 is very kind of like the athlete orientated watch. It goes the distance to, you know, 100-mile races and stuff like that. So this is like very athlete orientated watch. That's it in a nutshell. Jonathan Van Guns, sorry if I mispronounced that, long time subscriber, cheers mate. Here's this question: how come you want to succeed in running, and how have your goals, drive, motivation evolved over your running career? Yeah, hey, great question, which is going to have to make me think, but on the top of my feet, which I'm actually sitting down. But what makes me want to succeed is like continual development, personal development. It's not necessarily about, you know, like winning races or, you know, boasting to people or being part of a sub 3-hour marathon club, but I just want to evolve as a person. It's everything in life, and you know, it's not just endurance sports, but you know, being a better person in general. And that doesn't just come from helping people and sharing things like I'm doing here on YouTube. This is one of the reasons why I'm on that, but with running, I want to teach myself and my mind that we have a certain box and limit that we set, and if you put hard work in and dedicate some of your time towards something, you can improve. And you know, that's what makes me want to succeed over things. And how do I have that drive and goal and motivation? Well, it's basically because it's something I want. You know, if I was doing swimming, for instance, and I wanted to improve on that, to be honest, it's not something I really enjoy, swimming, so I might struggle a little bit more. But running, I enjoy being outdoors, I enjoy nature, I enjoy that calmness and stillness, and you know, I guess it's through love of running that I don't need to have motivation in a sense. But a great question, Jonathan. Dominic Rogowski asks, hi, what is your favorite Suunto watch and why? What would we men recommend triathletes? Okay, so my favorite watch is this one here, the Suunto 9 Barrow. You know, it's capable to go the distance with me in an ultra running race, and also I just like the look of it. This strap as well is super nice and comfortable on the wrist. So yeah, that's my favorite watch, and yeah, it works in triathlon mode as well. Lifetail asks, if you could invent new functionality to running watch to assist an ultra experience, what would it be? And his example is, I've really loved Suunto's innovative push for the battery life in Suunto 9 and the maps in Suunto 7. Yeah, what would I want? What would I like it to do? To be honest, I'm a bit of a minimalist. I don't really want, you know, like extra things to tell me something. The only reason why I've really got it on my wrist is to track it, and so I can upload it to Strava. No, that is something I enjoy, you know, analyzing and looking in post-retrospective. But whilst I'm running, I don't need it really to do much. To tell the time, let's say. Thomas Top asks, why did the chick cross the road? I don't know, Thomas, why did the chick cross the road? Because they wanted the Suunto 7. Yeah, that's a good one, but we're gonna let the random comment generator pick it. Fabricio Luna asks, what does Suunto mean? Interesting one. Now, obviously me moving here to Finland, I thought there is a word called suunto, which I think means direction. And I think like that's where the word maybe kind of originates with suunnistus, which is orienteering. So I thought that suunto was like something to do with, you know, that direction and that thing. And it might be, but I really don't know. And I have asked a few people and I said this very thing that we're talking about, and they're like, oh yeah, that's a good point. So probably it might derive from one of these kind of words. Victor Jonsson asks, hi Mark, if you could add some feature to the Suunto ecosystem, for example, compatibility with Wahoo bike computers or function for the Suunto app, like calendar view, what feature would you add? Like what I said previously, not really one that I look at 10 million things on my watch, but feature-wise, what would I add is maybe on when you have like a map on the Suunto 9 and you've got the elevation profile, that there's a little dot that follows you and tells you where you are on that elevation profile. Eric asks, what innovations will you see in the smartwatch space in the next 10 years? Well, that's a big question, and somebody asked me the other day if we look back to the Vector watch or T6, I can't remember, and they had it like 15 years ago. Sorry, I've got the dates mixed up a little bit, but you know, the difference between the watch then 15 years ago and the watch today, and then if we think about 15 years, we'll be laughing at what is in smartwatches nowadays, what it couldn't do, and what you can do in them. So, you know, the world's going to be like, smartwatch world is going to be really crazy, and you're going to probably be able to, I don't know, FaceTime with someone. I'm sure that one's going to come even sooner, but yeah, it's a little bit scary to think what it's going to be capable of doing. Famhu Tree asks, can you give some recommendations on how building a training plan? I'm running 3 times per week. Like, I don't think I'm in the right position here to be able to give a good answer because I can't fit it into such a small amount of space of time. But if you're running 3 times per week, you know, just stick at it, and as we said, is gradually increase. A good recommendation for a training plan is to have 80% easy running, 1 long run. Now that doesn't have to be super long, but just a longer run than the normal ones, and some kind of, you know, intensity run, an interval or a tempo run. So that's like the foundation. 80% running, 80% of your running should be easy, 1 long run, and maybe 1 run where you have a little bit of intensity, but warm up and cool down. Donald Cutler asks, Mark, I understand the Suunto app on the Suunto 7 does not support external Bluetooth sensors, chest straps and foot pods, but does any third-party apps, is that true? Is there a plan to implement external Bluetooth sensors? Unfortunately, I can't really comment on that, because I don't know, and even if I did know, I can't really divulge what is going to be happening in the future. But there are lots of third-party apps, as you said, when you go into the watch. Matt Bertrand asks, if you haven't checked Matt's channel out, go watch it. He's a great guy, he's got some great content, pretty funny. So let's see what his question is. So he says, great video as always. Yeah, I know Matt. But his question is, do you and all Finns go to the sauna in the summer as often as you do in the winter? I think people tend to stick to going more in the winter, but a lot of people that I do know, you know, they go in the summer quite a lot as well, especially if they go to the summer cottage. I think that's like one of the biggest pastimes that people do is, you know, go to the sauna, have some drinks, go to the sauna, have some drinks, and repeat that for the whole day. GoGo7575 asks, how old are you, Mark, and what are your goals for the new year? Well, an athlete never shares their age. No, I'm 35, and my goals for the new year, well, I don't have like goals per se as in for the year. I don't try and stick to the, you know, restricting myself to a year. But running races wise, I have Val d'Aran by UTMB race, which is 160 kilometers with 10,000 meters of elevation gain, coming up in July, and then October, Ultra Pirineu again, 94 kilometers with 6,000 meters of elevation gain. So in running wise, those are there. And in terms of personal development, I just want to improve, be a better person, help more people. Mark Fleeman asks, are you planning on doing any running in North America this year? Unfortunately not, Mark, but you know, I actually really want to go to the States and specific and go to Arizona for some reason. I want to go running in Arizona. So I know you're in Florida, but if you want to come run with me in Arizona when I go over there, let's hook up. JL _____ asks, hey Mark, thanks for the video, it's a pretty cool channel. I must say so myself. Can you tell us maybe how Suunto stands out of the market from other sports watches, for example, from Garmin? Look, to be honest, you know, sports watches, they all do the same thing. And I don't want to sit here and say, you know, like, it's this battle between, you know, it's like Nike and Adidas and Suunto and Garmin. People create those things, and I just believe you have to find the watch that does the things that you need it to do. And as long as it supports you doing the things that you want to do, then it's the right thing. So how does Suunto stand out from the other market? I think it's that most of the products are made here in Finland, where the company is from, and we're almost 100 years old. Aina asks, is there going to be sleep data that's going to be logged, and will it be able to go to Google Fit or Suunto app? So at the moment, Suunto Wear side of things, we don't have any sleep trackers in the watch. I don't know if it's planned or what, but there are third-party apps, and it can sync to Google Fit, so that's a good thing. That's a great thing that, you know, it's a smartwatch, because there's endless capabilities on other developers, and you can have that in your watch. So it's not just about what we offer, but about what other people can bring to the table as well, which is pretty exciting. Thomas Barlow asks, hey Mark, do you enjoy other sports, cross-training like cross-country skiing, ice skating, etc.? To be honest, I really enjoy running, and I really enjoy being out in the forest, so I don't really enjoy too many other cross-training, but I know it's super healthy, so I do try my best to do some cross-training, do some other things. Walking is really good, it's not as impactful. Cycling is good, going to the gym is super beneficial as a runner. Okay, so a couple more questions, and then we'll get into the prize giving away, because you know I'm on my toes as well and really want to announce it and find out who it is, and I'm sure you're still watching and waiting, and we can do another Q&A as well where we go through all the other questions. Sebastian Dutka asks, do you have your favorite sports watch? Yes, that's Suunto 9 that we were just talking about. Did you use Suunto watches help you improve your performance? Which new solution do you like the most in Suunto 7? So have they helped me improve my performance? Yes, because, you know, looking at the analytics, making sure that my heart rate doesn't go above certain level in certain runs, because it's meant to be an easy run. That's one of the hardest things I think sometimes for runners, is to stay, you know, in your easy zone. So that's really important. And what is my favorite solution with Suunto 7? I wouldn't say there's one particular thing, but I love the diversity and what you can do with it. Jack asks, did you run when you were in high school? What activity did you do? So yeah, I did do a bit of running, and actually in England it's quite a team sport orientated place. So I did do a bit of running, but we never really focused on that. So I used to play football quite a lot, and I don't play football anymore. Esco Correre Simone asks, what is your job function? Great video. But he's going to come to Finland and we're going to meet up, so that's pretty cool. What is my job function? Well, I'm very heavily involved in testing the watches and making sure that we have the best possible platforms or solutions, I don't know, whatever you want to call it, for when we launch the products. So last question before the draw. Plant-Powered Health, Dominic asks, I heard you tried an Everesting once or twice before. Yes, I did, and I didn't do it, unfortunately. Have I got a plan to give it another go, or even an Everesting run? Yeah, so from transitioning from being heavily into cycling to running, I kind of lost track of cycling goals and stuff. But one day I would still like to do it. It's, I've had a crack at it, didn't manage to do it, and I'm still motivated, but I'm very focused on running at the moment. And you are right, I have thought about doing a running Everesting, and I actually wanted to do it last year, but then things didn't work out, and let's see, maybe next year. So let's get right into the draw now. I'm gonna do a screen recording so you can see it as well as I go along. But there are a few things I wanted to mention. I've made some notes just so I make sure that I say everything. But I just first of all want to say thank you for the overwhelming response. It was so nice to read all the comments, and I read every single one. And it's just so nice to see, and thanks for being around, and yeah, thank you. But there will be some exciting new couple of announcements coming up soon, so stay tuned for them. I can't fully say right yet because it's not 100% confirmed. So, stick around for these in the hopefully next week. I've got 2 announcements, and we're going to have a lot more exciting things like this that we're doing with the giveaway in the future. I mean, I work at a cool company, and hopefully they'll support, more things like this. So here we are, we've got on the video, and you can probably see the screen recording. Let's just move over so you can see it here. And let's copy the URL. Gosh, I'm getting nervous for this. I'm not even gonna win it and I'm getting nervous. Oh, and I think I've actually left it in there before. Yeah, so the URL is in there. So we're filtering out duplicate users, so everybody only gets 1 entry anyway. And let's get the YouTube comments, which I think there was about 700 entries. So my heart is actually racing faster. I'm excited for you. Let's get this underway. Start raffle and pick a random comment. Pick a random winner. Starting. Ooh. The winner is Jason Cuddy. His question was, actually, let's answer your question right now as we're here. Does the Suunto 7 allow uploading routes to follow exercises like the S9 does? So it doesn't have that capability at the moment, Jason. So that answers the question. Congratulations to you. You've won yourself a new Suunto 7. So I don't know how we're gonna do this, but drop a comment down below and we'll figure it out and we'll converse. You can either send me a DM on Instagram, or I can send you a DM if you send me your details. Just drop a comment down below, Jason, and we'll communicate. So there you go. That concludes the giving away of the Suunto 7. I'm still nervous and everything. It was like doing a best man speech pretty much. So for those of you that didn't win, I know you're probably feeling a little bit like, damn it, everything, but you were in with a good chance. The great thing is, we've got to know each other, and I'm really happy about that. And I am committed to helping you and bringing value to you. So you've become a winner. I've become a winner because I've got to know so many more people, and that just really warms my heart. So I really want to help you a little bit more, and in any way I can, leave a comment down below. I'll bring some videos. I can make a video for you, and yeah, let's continue this journey together. I'm really excited, and we're going some exciting places. I've got some great plans and videos coming up. A little bit of a sneak peek to what is coming. We're doing a 24-hour video. Can you guess what it is? If you want to have a guess, leave a comment down below. But thank you for watching. Do like and subscribe, and have a great day. That is the most important thing. You watching this video, have a great day.